Sierra Leone sits on the coast of West Africa. The Atlantic Ocean crashes against its shores. It is a land of green mountains and wide sandy beaches. The sun there is strong. It warms the earth and the people. To the north is Guinea. To the southeast is Liberia. The story of our capital, Freetown, is a special one. It is a story of hope born from great suffering. In the late 1700s, men and women who had been stolen from Africa and enslaved in faraway lands were freed. In 1787, the first group arrived. They came to build a new life in a place they could call their own. It was a promise of freedom, a province of freedom. This was the beginning of Freetown. More groups came later. There were the Nova Scotian settlers, then came the Maroons from Jamaica, and finally, liberated Africans. Each group brought its own story, its own pain, and its own strength. Freetown grew from these many roots. From those hills, you could look out at the vast ocean and imagine the journeys that brought so many people there. The city's very existence was a statement. It said that freedom, once lost, could be reclaimed. Sierra Leone is not one people, but many. We are a tapestry woven from different threads. There are more than 16 ethnic groups. I am Menda. We have our own ways of seeing the world, our own stories passed down from our grandmothers and grandfathers. Language is the music of our daily lives. There you hear Creole. Creole is the language of connection, born in Freetown among the freed slaves. Our traditions are deep. They connect us to our ancestors and to the land itself. Respect for elders is the foundation of our society. An elder is a library of wisdom and experience. Family is not just your mother, father, and siblings. It is your cousins, your aunts, your uncles, your entire village. We share our food, our struggles, and our joys. If a neighbor is hungry, you feed them. This sense of community is our greatest strength. It is what helped us survive the darkest of times. Diamonds are beautiful stones. They sparkle in the light. People in faraway countries wear them as symbols of love and wealth. In Sierra Leone, these same stones are found in our earth, washed out of the riverbeds, dug from the soil. For a long time, diamond mining was a big part of our country's economy. It brought money from other nations. It was supposed to help build our schools, our hospitals, our roads. The diamonds were a promise of a better future. The movie Blood Diamond showed the world a side of this story. It showed how these beautiful stones could be tainted with suffering. The movie told a tale of a fisherman, a smuggler, and a rare pink diamond. But it was more than a movie. It was a reflection of a terrible reality. The diamonds were easy to find, easy to smuggle, small enough to hide in the palm of a hand, valuable enough to buy weapons. They did not need big factories or complicated machines. A man with a shovel, a sieve, could pull a fortune from the mud. This ease of access made the diamond fields a dangerous place. Instead of bringing wealth to the nation, the money from many diamonds fell into the hands of powerful men and warlords. The mines became places of desperation. Young men, even children working all day in the hot sun, digging, sifting gravel, hoping to find the one stone that would change their lives. Most found nothing but aching backs and broken dreams. The international diamond market did not always ask where the stones came from. A beautiful gem sold in a fine jewelry store in Europe or America might have been found by a child soldier in Sierra Leone. Its journey from our soil to that store was often a path of violence and fear. The very thing that was supposed to make our country rich was instead tearing it apart from the inside. The sparkle of the diamond hid a dark truth. The diamonds did not start the war, but they became its fuel. The Civil War in Sierra Leone began in 1991, when the Revolutionary United Front, or RUF, crossed the border from Liberia. They said they were fighting against a corrupt government, but their promises quickly turned to dust. The war was not fought by armies in uniforms on a clear battlefield. It was a war of terror against civilians. It was a war that came to your village in the middle of the night. It was a war that did not distinguish between a soldier and a child. The RUF and other factions wanted to control the diamond mining areas in the east. This was where the real money was. By controlling the mines, they could sell the diamonds illegally. With that money, they bought more AK-47s, more rocket-propelled grenades, more weapons to continue their reign of terror. I was one of those children. They forced us to do things no child should ever see, let alone do. The impact on the people was devastating. Villages were burned to the ground. Families were torn apart. The rebels had a terrible practice of amputation. They would cut off the hands. They would cut off the feet of civilians. You would see men and women on the streets of Freetown with missing limbs, a permanent living reminder of the cruelty of the war. These people had to learn to live again, to work again, to find a way to carry on with a piece of themselves stolen forever. You could also see the scars on the land itself. Entire villages wiped off the map, burned to ashes, left to be reclaimed by the jungle. Schools were destroyed, roofs gone, walls covered in bullet holes, hospitals looted and abandoned. Roads that were once pathways for trade became impassable, overgrown, dangerous. The infrastructure of the country had crumbled. Rebuilding was not just putting up new buildings. The deepest scars were the ones you could not see. They were inside the minds of the people. The trauma of the war lived on. There were former child soldiers like me who had to find a way to become children again. We had to unlearn the violence. There were families displaced, living in camps far from their homes, no certainty about their future. Trust was broken. Neighbors forced to turn against neighbors. Healing these invisible wounds would be the longest and hardest part of our journey. The war ended in 2002. But the end of fighting does not mean the end of suffering. The world did not forget us. The United Nations sent peacekeepers to help secure the country and disarm the fighters. They helped to create a space where we could start to breathe again, where the sound of gunfire was replaced by the sounds of rebuilding. Reconstruction was not just about buildings, it was about people. Programs were set up to help former combatants reintegrate into society. Rehabilitation centers were created where we could get counseling and learn a trade, like carpentry or tailoring. It was a difficult process. Communities were often afraid to accept us back. They looked at us and saw the violence we had been forced to commit. But slowly, with the help of local leaders and international organizations, families were reunited, and some of the broken trust began to mend. We had to prove that we were no longer soldiers, but sons and brothers again. A major focus was to change the diamond industry forever. The Kimberley Process Certification Scheme was established. It required that all rough diamonds be shipped in secure containers and have a certificate stating they were from a conflict-free source. In Sierra Leone, the government took steps to formalize the mining sector, issuing licenses and trying to ensure that the revenue from our diamonds would now go into the state's treasury, to be used for schools, healthcare, and development. The curse of the diamonds had to be broken. Music is the soul of Sierra Leone. It is in our blood. It was there before the war, during the war, and is stronger than ever after the war. Our music mixes traditional rhythms and modern influences. You can hear goombay, palm wine guitar riffs, village music. After the war, hip-hop emerged. Youth used it to talk about their experiences. They rapped about the war, about the struggle for peace, about poverty. Artists like Emerson Bakari, politically charged lyrics, music as journalism, the people's voice heard. Not just entertainment, a tool for social change and healing. Daily life centers on community. We are always together. Markets are the heart of towns and cities, chaotic and vibrant. Women in bright lapas sell fresh mangoes, cassava, secondhand clothes, mobile phone chargers. It is where you hear the latest news, share gossip, and bargain loudly over prices. The market is a social event, the nation's pulse. Football unites us. It is a religion. Boys playing in the streets, young men on dusty fields, 2 stones used as goalposts. The food of Sierra Leone, or Salone as we call it, is the taste of home. It connects us to our land and our families, no matter where we are in the world. Our meals are built around rice. A mountain of white rice is the foundation, and on top of it we pour a delicious plazas or sauce. One of the most beloved dishes is cassava leaf plazas. The leaves are picked fresh, washed, then pounded until they are a dark green paste. Our food is meant to be shared. We often eat from a large communal bowl using our right hand. It is an act of togetherness. Today, Sierra Leone is a country at peace. The war is over. The guns are silent, but the journey is not finished. We are still rebuilding. We are still healing. We face many challenges. There is still poverty. We have faced new trials like the Ebola outbreak in 2014. It tested our strength once again. But each time we are knocked down, we get back up. The resilience of the Sierra Leonean people is our greatest resource. It is a strength forged in the fire of immense hardship. There is so much hope in Sierra Leone now. You can see it in the children who are going to school in record numbers. Education is the key to our future. A new generation is growing up that knows only peace, not war. They are learning about their country's past, but they are not defined by it. They are learning to be doctors, engineers, teachers. They are the ones who will build the new Sierra Leone. The government has made free education a priority, a promise that every child will have a chance to dream. The beauty of our country is once again being seen by the world. Tourists are starting to return. They come for our stunning beaches. They come to see the lush green mountains, the rare wildlife in our national parks. This brings new opportunities for our people. It creates jobs. It brings money into our communities in a way that is sustainable and peaceful. We are learning to use our country's natural gifts for good, to share our beautiful home with others in a way that benefits everyone, not just a few. The future of Sierra Leone is in the hands of its people. We know that we cannot forget the past. We must remember the lessons of the war so that we never repeat it. But we must not live there. We must look forward. The spirit of our nation is unbreakable. Laughter of market women, rhythm of hip-hop artists, determination of students, shared meal between neighbors. We are a nation of survivors who are becoming a nation of builders. The road ahead is long, but we walk it with hope. We will manage. We will build a future worthy of the name of our capital. Freetown, we go manage, we will manage. It is a statement of determination. From the ashes of conflict, we are building something beautiful. A nation where diamonds bring development, not destruction. Where children go to school instead of war. Where the music plays and the markets bustle with life. This is Sierra Leone today. A land of lions, a people of strength, a nation writing a new chapter in the story of freedom. From the blood diamonds of our past to the brilliant hope of our future, Sierra Leone endures. Sierra Leone rises. Sierra Leone shines.